Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, back with more FTL Faster Than Light, where last time I actually did my first run in hard mode, made it to Sector 4, and you can see that I've had a few other runs, partially just because, hey, I'm excited to play too. I'm not necessarily going to show every single run, although I want to show things that are significant. If something big comes up in a run, I'll show you. So what'd you miss? I made a FTL A called the Dive Bomb. Its one goal was to get to Sector 5, and it did very well, and unfortunately I also learned that hacking medbays means that your crew is going to die if they're in the medbay. Oops. Then there was Hip to Be the Taurus, which was going really well until, of course, I got obliterated by a ship with a bunch of chain lasers and anti-ship drones. It was fun. So there we go. Hard mode is not easy. And we're going to be running today in the Taurus once again. The Taurus, for those of you who do not know, is one of my absolute favorite ships. It's funny to go from one of my least favorite to one of my favorites. So we're just going to go ahead and call this square circle. And what do I like about the Taurus? It starts off with one of the most powerful weapons in the game, the Ion Blast Mark II, and it is still very powerful and amazingly not nerfed at all. And even though there's been a lot of balance adjustments, this is not the one of the ones that's been balanced. Also a combat drone, which is great, and it starts out with a lot of combat drones. You get some Engi crew, which are not fantastic for getting boarded, but doors are there to help you out with that. And the Metabot Dispersal, which some people really like it. I don't think it works if you have the clone bay, but I haven't tested it. Usually I just sell it for spare scrap, which can be very early, especially in scrap-starved places like this. So let's go ahead and start the run. One of the big strengths of the Engi A is that it can take on pretty much anything. I did a run in a pre-advanced edition that had I actually bought no equipment. I just completely lived off the land, and for most of the game it was the Ion Blast 2 and a combat drone. Alright, so look at this. We're going to be fighting the ship because we can't afford to do anything else with them. Let's see how this goes. That is a bad loadout to face at the very start, but fortunately I do have an Ion Blast, so that is going to tear through this pretty well if I could just get the auto fire to work. Alright, so that's an Ion. What kind of Ion? And a flat gun. As I've learned, that's called, not just the thing that shoots everywhere. But nice thing about flat guns, other than the fact that it did completely disable my shields, which is not good, is there we go. Now my drone is deactivated because of the ion power. So there we go. Repair, repair, repair. And shields are probably not going to be up in time. No. Alright, well, let's get the drone back online, because at least the drone did not get destroyed. But yeah, there we go. Just lots of new challenges here. Things like flat guns do all kinds of damage, or they can do all kinds of damage, but the most important thing for me right now is that I really want these guys to not escape. Please don't run away. I've got just a few shots left. There we go. But yeah, flat gun's pretty powerful. But that kind of run that I did last time that I was talking about before, not last time, but a while ago actually, where I would just be going living off the land and everything, and really leaning on the Ion Blast 2 and Combat 2, may not apply as well in Advanced Edition because you have things like anti-drone drones that'll actually go in and kill things. I also noticed in my test run with the Taurus that my drones get shot out of the air way more than they used to. I think they changed the collision detection for lasers and stuff that come out, or at least the way things shoot. I found my drones getting annihilated a lot more around certain ships. So it's pretty interesting. Of course, I take a drink of water right there. That's water, I promise. So let's jump. We're doing the usual thing of trying to get as many jumps as possible. I'm still playing with the little indicators on, probably because A, I haven't really gotten around to going through the menu options to change it, and B, it's hard mode. So why not do a little bit of something for myself to make it a little easier? And wow. Okay, so we get a second Zoltan ship, and it has an ion, which is not good. And I wonder if the asteroids are actually going to destroy my ship. That's possible. Let's hear that ion's bad, that dual laser's bad. Wow, okay, that sucks. That is my drone on fire. Fortunately, I can use the asteroid belt to actually destroy this ship, and that's really good timing. Unfortunately, oh, I guess the asteroid is going to hit anywhere. It might as well hit there. So, look at this, my ship's exploding. I'm going to accept that offer because it's a pretty good offer because my ship is dying, and I don't really want that to happen a few jumps in. So this is kind of the fun of FTL of, hey, look, your entire ship is getting annihilated. I thought Sector 1 was supposed to be easy. But you know that drill. That's not always how it is. So we're going to repair the drones, and note that I have 13 drone parts left, and you can actually see kind of how close what these asteroids are hitting, how close my shields are cutting and pulling back up from time to time. And I don't think you can level up your shields max just by sitting here. Might as well get 2 people repairing there just to save time. But even if you can't necessarily just cheese and sit on the Ion Blast 2 the whole time, because once your weapons person levels up, it's a even more murderous weapon than it already was. You can still do a lot of damage with that, with getting some other support things. Actually in my previous Taurus run, I got a burst laser too. I just never had an opportunity to equip it or use it. Okay, so that's 3 Zoltan ships in a row. Wow. And that's a chain laser, so that's awesome. Alright, well, let's just keep blowing things up. So that's another chain laser Ion. Like I said, they do not screw around in hard mode with these ship layouts here, especially as I'm missing. No, that's not good. I really need this to go down. In fact, I may just need to start disabling their weapon systems here in a second. It's actually very fortunate that those shots didn't hit any vital systems, and I'll take that 1 damage. Alright, so take it down, maybe, yes, good. Because their shields are actually broken. That was a much better fight. Maybe I should leave that area vented, but I'm not going to. So, yay, more scrap. First goal here is to just go and get as defensive as I can with this. I'm going to be going for level 2 shields. I'm going to try and prioritize defense a little bit more here. 2 fuel for 5 missiles, don't really need it. Don't think that I'm going to be doing too much with missiles here. And where is my course for the exit? Not up here, so good thing I went away from that. So I'll just go down here. So again, trying to get as much scrap as I can get early. And you want to use something like the Taurus, or even like the Kestrel B or something that is very, wow, that is a level Sector 1 transporter. That's what we're saying. Hard mode, you get all kinds of different ship layouts, and that is something you do not typically see. Alright, so we're going to be boarded in a second, and that's kind of unusual, but you man the doors, you're going to suffocate, which is nice. Once again, nice that you can throw your crew on the doors and make that happen, but yeah, it's kind of like, I remember my switch from easy to normal where I learned that, oh wow, you have to be prepared for stuff way sooner. That's 1 missile, and it hit my sensors. I can live with that. Okay, apparently you want to hit my weapon guy. I'll just put you down here. Since I have the Metabots, I might as well use them. At least for the time being. Alright, so close all those back off. That ship's gonna die in a second anyway. And if that's a dual laser, is it a dual laser? Yeah, it's a single shot laser. Alright. So you're dead. And the civilian ship, wow, they stayed around. Alright, so 60 scrap. I'm rolling in the dough early here. I will take that. So we're just going to have quick repairs for sensors, which you can also level up by powering. I just don't use my sensors very much. Next jump, back to the nebula, and then we'll work our way up. A little surprised that I haven't seen a store yet. Maybe the store was at the dead end up there, but we'll see. Right now, I'm doing okay, but as you know, with many things in FTL, you're always one horrible jump away from everything disappearing, which is exactly... I should have known. Mantis, we just looked at the transporter here. I'm going, derp, derp, derp. Where's my... He's in my med bay. That sucks. Alright. Well, if that's where you want to fight me, that's where you're going to fight me. Okay. Which means, unfortunately, if I do not deal with these weapons here in a second, he's going to be able to hit my cockpit. There we go. Just going to cycle those back and forth. Because that means I can get my pilot out of there alright. And can you actually force these doors to stay open? Right now, that'd be nice. Actually, the drone hitting that depowered it too, so that's good. Overall, good combat. Still getting some Mantis knocking on the door, and Schroeder's probably going to die before he can get that. No! You actually got shot up by... Rover got killed by an Engi. That's got to be like the most embarrassing thing for a Mantis ever. How'd you die? Because they are... At least you even get the little story flavor text now of they will put themselves above anything else, and now they're a warrior society. I got shot by an Engi. They laugh at you. La ha ha. Okay, so that's my story, lore, whatever for the day for FTL. We have plenty of power. I'm going to save it for a store, and I should be able to... I think I should be able to get over here just fine if I go down here. It's a little dicey. Maybe I should just go up here. Then I'll probably see the store that I can't reach to, so that's okay. Alright, so cash and no crew. Alright. And there's a store that I cannot reach, because if I go up there, come back down here, that node will be overtaken. I do not want to deal with that. Maybe there'll be a second store. If not, I have plenty of good things to spend my scrap on. Quarantine, sector, alright. I should have a few jumps here. And pardon the nose, it's the spring, that happens. Okay, so all of our artillery ships have been destroyed or damaged during the rebellion. However, there have been reports of a Mantis war camp only a few jumps away. Can you help? I want to do what I can, and we get a quest marker in the next sector. There's another store, so there, if I had gone that way, I would have been able to hit a store. Unfortunately, if I go to that store, I'm going to get fried by the rebel fleet pursuing me. So there we go. Maybe I should have upgraded my shields earlier, but that's what I was talking about before. We have the anti-drone drones. I believe that's what those are. We're going to test that in just a second. And if necessary, I may just have to... Yep, there we go. Anti-drone drones. They're going to shoot my drone out of the sky anytime it tries to come up. And actually, this is going to be kind of a waste of time. Because if I... Yeah, so that's just going to die. I would love to suffocate these guys, but with the clone bay, they'll just keep coming back every time they die. Now, I guess what I can do is just unpower their shields and let the asteroids take them out. That would have been smart. Also notice the red box here, you can't immediately spam drones back. So at least the asteroids are going to be able to do the job for me this time. Can't say that about every time though. So let's get someone on the shields just to regenerate these faster, because I do not want bad timing with laser and other stuff. And I think I will be upgrading the level 2 shields here in a minute, so we can just sit and talk and say, la la la. Everything is dying. Note how fast my weapons guy is leveling up his weapons. I'm still in Sector 1 and he's already almost firing faster. And I think that is a 10% increase in speed. You can actually look up the skill tooltips now. So, oh, and actually, see, there we go. Collision detection coming into play. Drones are a lot more fragile, I've found, at least in what I've played so far. Like an asteroid took out that drone. You hardly ever saw that in regular FTL. And see, they didn't immediately get to put up another drone. I'm not going to accept that surrender, as nice as 4 fuel is. I have 20 fuel, so I'm actually doing really good for Sector 1. I'm going to be able to upgrade my shields and have some money left over. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to upgrade my shields here. But there we go. Your 2 anti-drone drones are no match for my Ion Blast 2. So Bars is actually leveling up his shields right now. That's cute. And they're dead. Yay. Back to engines. So 19 scrap. I do want more scrap at this point, so that's probably better. And so that's 2 stores missed, maybe some potential upgrades, but upgrading your ship with this loadout is just as well. And what do we have here? You look like a military vessel trying to get back to our homes alive. I'm an engineer by trade and try to improve your reactor if you have any extra supplies. Improve my reactor for 5 missiles and 2 drone parts. Let's do it. Upgrade reactor by 1. Alright, so that's 20 scrap saved for more than 20 scrap spent. That wasn't really a good trade. But, you know, it's using collateral instead of scrap, so I can actually use my scrap for other things, such as this. So that's level 2 shields. Let's just finish that there, which means I can fly like this. Now I only have 9 drones, so I'm going to have to pay attention to my drone count. And do I want to upgrade anything else right now? Probably not. Let's see if we got something in the next sector. So we have Engi controlled or Engi controlled. I'm going to go up here because this looks like it gives more opportunities for unlocks. Because now that I have the Engi cruiser, I want to really start thinking about unlocking other ships as well. So Engi controlled, we do have a store right here. And we're going to go here. Maybe I should go to the distress beacon first, but yeah, best practice says distress beacon first. We'll see if I regret this decision. There we go. Give them fuel. You give them fuel, thank you. We don't have much to offer. But here's map updated, so that could be useful. Multiple stores, 3 stores, and alright, a pulsar is flooding the area, so we will definitely avoid that. That's almost worth it right there because it kind of saves my run. So I'm just going to go down here, maybe up to here, and go right and see how we go. Looks like I'm not hitting that store. I may be able to plot a course up here and get to that store too. Let's start over here. Now fuel's a little bit of a concern after starting so well with fuel. So what do we got? Anti-drone drone, hull repair drone, hull laser. Now there we go. And advanced navigation is useful, but not that useful. FTL recharge booster is useful. We are going to do our usual sell the metabots. And I'm going to buy the hull laser. That is a good deal. It shoots 3 times. It takes 3 power. So it's kind of a down the road upgrade. But if for some reason the ion blast isn't cutting it and I just need more firepower, I can go for the hull laser. At least it's there. And from here I can kind of work on tanking my ship just a little bit. And when I say tanking, I just mean increasing its ability to take damage. So I am actually going to buy 1 drone part, refuel, and fix up my ship. So that cleans us out. Alright. So let's jump to another place. I don't know if I'll be able to get to that one on time. We'll find out. Alright. It'd be nice to. Yeah, we can. Okay. So we're just going to go here, here, and then ping-pong around. See what we can do with the quest marker. There are some new subsystems that are interesting. I do like hacking aid the civilian ship. Here we go. These guys actually do have a transporter, so let's do the usual thing. Let's do the usual thing. I could turn on the hull laser for this, and that could actually save me some drone parts if I do it that way. What do I want to do? Yeah, let's see if we can save some drone parts. That's not a super prohibitive charge time. So we are going to get boarded. That's a good room to board. Please don't go for my weapons room. You're going for my weapons room, you bastard. Okay, so laser fire here. Might as well take it while I can. I'm probably going to get bombed once. But what can you really do about it? Let's go down to the med bay. That's a single shot laser. Alright. And I know I could be hotkeying these doors, but... Okay, so weapons down, bombs not down. That's unfortunate. Might as well be using that extra power to actually dodge. Okay, weapons are down. Looks like I set things on fire. So we'll use my hull laser's favorite feature of actually attacking the hull and destroying it. Maybe I should take out the shield. Maybe I should close all my doors. Alright, so weapons are still down. Looks like things are maybe on fire. That's not bad. So there we go. I can save and stock up some drones just a little bit, as hopefully these 3 shots hit. Wow, really? Good timing, intruder. You beamed on just as I was trying to kill you. Okay, well, you know what? I'll just pile in. And there we go. No drone parts, and oh wow, hull missile. And let's see here. It's a good thing you came when you did. We're dead now otherwise, and I'd like to help the way you helped me. So the captain offers to install a piece of equipment, so we get a hull missile. Now, I don't really like hull missiles. They're slow charging, and they do a lot of stuff, don't get me wrong, but usually it's better just to sell your missile launchers. I don't know if they necessarily buff them too much for this, but there we go. Combat experience for everyone. Things are going pretty nicely so far. So that's going to be some good extra scrap to use for something, if nothing else. Although, if for some reason I need to punch a hole, at least I can do that for now. It just takes a really long time to charge. So let's go up here, and we still should be able to make the quest marker. I guess my goal is to hit that other store before I leave the sector. It should be pretty reasonable. So, no, we're not selling drone parts. I need those. I would love a drone bay right about now. So let's hear. This is interesting. So I can take this area and go to the Pulsar Star. I can take this area, avoid it. So we're going to definitely be avoiding. Alright. So let's hear. Leave before you find an encampment, but there are far too many of them to count accurately. You see a long-range message back to the summit with your findings, but unfortunately there's not much you can do. It'd be suicide to attack directly. As you try to leave, a patrol spots you. Wailing sirens begin to blare around the camp as the ship moves into attack. Well, damn. Okay. This is looking like a familiar scenario here. They do have a heavy laser, and I don't know what kind of ion weapon that is, but should be able to deal with it with the hull laser. That's the place I like for them to get me on back over here. So once again, I'm just trying to save my drones as much as possible, and that's where it's good to have a 3-shot laser like that. So that is a stun ion, which means that if it hits, it can both do ion damage, which means my shields are down 1, and also that it'll stun people in the room. But I did disable it, so that's a plus. So there we go. I should probably turn this on auto fire. Please don't take out my engines, thank you. So weapons are no longer a threat. Let's just take out the shields. So look at this poor Mantis. He's just going from room to room to room, trying to make this happen. There we go. That's not happening. So he's going to be able to go back to the med bay here. And I should be able to take out the ship in the next go-around. Unless, of course, they repair the shields in time, which they probably will, because they usually do. But at least there's nobody piloting right now, or there shouldn't be. Now, you can't actually get a... Oh, wow. So fire ended up destroying the ship, and not my firing here. So one drone part's good. The patrol ship destroyed. You hasten to leave. It won't be long before the other ships catch up. Let's run! Now, I could go here. That's a bad plan. Let's go. But I could try and be greedy, go here, because I do have a pretty significant jump. So let's jump up here. Because I'm pretty sure... Well, I can't do that. Let's go here. I'm letting the rebels get pretty close to me, but there we go. So Zoltan Research Facility. Oh, look, this is one of the Crystal Ship quests, and I have Engi with me. Take time to participate in their study. All right. Your crew calmly lines up the Zoltans. They say, "Thank you for your participation in our study. Please accept these small cakes made from stiff dough as well as some scrap." So we get cookies. Yay. And look at this. We can still survive or jump instead of having to jump over here. So no escape pod to unlock. But that's okay. You arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mad crossing a request. Your ship seems reasonably equipped with freighter carrying a shipment of goods last week. The fools flew through a pirate-filled sector. They're hastening to fear their cargo safety. Accept, and we get a quest marker in the next sector. So that's pretty nice. Notice the rebel fleet is hot on our ass, but I should be able to get up here. Maybe be able to get a few bonus pokes in some sectors here. Alright, so I think it is time to sell some missiles for scrap. Now, if I do get an ion bomb or something, that'd be fantastic. But I think selling 10 missiles for 30 scrap is a better idea here, because I am about to hit a store. So I'm going to be able to get at least one more jump before going to the exit. So, and I love the soundtrack here. It is available online for pay what you want. So, oh my god. A second Ion Blast 2. Now, the one unfortunate thing about that is that I cannot actually use that and the hull laser. So I'd be dependent on finding another weapon here. Could also buy some crew, some drones. Oh my god, an anti-ship fire drone is so pretty. Oh, setting things on fire would be so nice. It's just kind of like I'm looking through all these things and drooling just a little bit. Well, I'm not using the hull missiles, so let's get rid of those. At 107 scrap. And this is kind of the trap that I've fallen to in some of my previous runs on hard mode. Because you see all of these juicy things that are really, really nice, but you gotta remember that you gotta invest into your ship as well. So, well, some of these things would be really good. A second Ion Blast Mark II, plus some drones, would be enough to win me the game, pretty much, if I can get to 6 weapon power. But let's take a look at my ship real quick, and just see how much more scrap do I need to invest for 6 weapon power. 125 plus 35, so that's 160 scrap. That's a really long way off to buy that now. And that would be pretty much 70 scrap. That would be dead weight on my ship for a while. I have felt like that buying the hull laser. So as much as I want to buy those things, maybe a little bit too steep. I can do some good damage with the hull laser and the Ion Blast 2 and the combat drone by itself. That's sufficient to get through a lot of content. So it's probably better if I don't spend that, which means... Should I go for level 3 shields in that case? Maybe. I mean, I can try and upgrade my weapon systems a little bit. Let's look at the store one more time, because I don't really like buying crew. Hit the store button. The reverse ion field is really nice because it gives 50%, and it used to say 15%. My fuel situation is okay. And some of these drones look nice, but I'd rather have a drone replacer thing. So I'm just going to buy, I think, some fuel. And we're just going to go for level 3 shields, I think. So we do need to hit the exit. Let me go ahead and get this upgraded once. And the reason I'm upgrading it once is in case my shields take 1 damage, it's going to have a little bit of a buffer before they deactivate. So I'd say this is a pretty successful sector. I wish I could have gotten something at the store, but I did already buy a hull laser too. So here we go. Let's repair 5 damage. And it'd be nice if you could actually see markers here for how much damage you need, but 10 scrap's too much. So 2 per repair, that's not bad. 5 hull repaired. 45 scrap, I think we are in a pretty solid position. Zoltan controlled or civilian sector? The civilian sector puts me through a bunch of red, which I don't mind. The Zoltan controlled sector I would be more inclined to if I was on the Crystal Quest. But I think we're going to go civilian this time, and I'm going to call this a video here. This is Way to Fail with FTL Advanced Edition Hard Mode, and so far things are going pretty well. I feel okay with where I'm at right now. I don't feel fantastic, but I feel okay. It's going to be a real tale of the tape how these next 2 sectors go, because we do have a quest marker right here, which is good and isolated, and we do have plenty of nebula to play through. But the true test is going to be, can I survive with what I have until I can get 3 more weapon power? So I think my upgrade path is going to be up my shields, up my reactor, and unless something else better comes along, I'm going to be trying to get 6 weapon power, because that's going to give me a whole ton of firepower. But that's it for now. If you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, thank you for commenting, following. Really appreciate the views and everything that I get. So I will see you all next time, and hopefully I won't explode in the first 5 minutes. Take care.